Sorry if I sit down. I went out on my back 2 days ago, and it's been a long 48 hours. So forgive me for sitting down. But I'm like, I'm not missing team meeting because we get to do Kahoot, and it's going to be a blast. And I'm going to suck it up. So thank y'all for coming again. What we'll do is we'll go ahead. You've got an agenda in front of you. Welcome announcements, updates, MCA minute, MCTT minute, big minute. Our friend Amber Harveas is in the room. She's going to light it up for a few minutes, and then we'll wrap it up with something fun. Then we'll be done. It'll be quick and painless. So can Zoom hear us? Yes. Somebody say yes. Yay. Thank you for nobody answering. All right, cool. Let's roll. So real quick, couple of recognition things. Congrats to Sanji Hall. She had her first closing. It's a very big, yay, Sanji. That's a very, very, very big deal. Good job. If you can do 1, you can do 100. Next. This is a regional thing. So if you'll look, I'm sure you might see these on the Facebook group, whatnot. The Gibson group out of Big Bad Burlington is actually number 6 team in the entire region. So they were, I believe, 8th last month. Is that right? So they're moving on up. So quick June recap. Closed units 229, closed volumes 72 million, listings taken 136, listings taken volume 44,158,000, listings sold 114, sold volume for listings 36 million, contracts written 197, contracts written volumes over 60 million, and closed GCI 2.25 million. Good numbers. Couple reminders, Mega Agent Camp, August 23rd through 24th, in-person and digital, hotel cutoff by July 29th. Anybody ever been to Mega Camp? Raise your hand. Anybody not ever been to Mega Camp? I am one of them. I'm going. It's in Texas. What is it? Top 5 reasons to attend. 100% agent-focused content, strategies for thriving in any market, network with top producing agents, and tap into a world of potential referrals. All Gary, all day. I like that ending. July social content calendar, just some reminders of what we got going on. Command Zoom seminar July 20th, ALC meeting the 26th, the wind down Wednesday the 27th. Glad you asked the 28th, and the next team meeting down here will be August 2nd. The one of y'all want to talk about, you want to like, this is your world. Yeah. So we're kicking off.
So we got a contest we're kicking off. We want you guys to sign up for ACH to receive your commissions checks faster. So everybody that registers and or fills out one of the forms, and Daniel's got those with him today. They look like this. And if you fill it out and get it in by August 1st, you'll be entered into a drawing for a gift card on August 2nd. It's team meeting. So.
All right, do we fill that out if we're already getting ACH or not? We don't need to fill out again, right? We're already getting ACH.
If you're already getting ACH, you're fine. But if you're not, I need you to fill a form out. No.
What if we cancel it and something got?
Yes.
I don't care.
So
Just in that 3-day delay,
We have to do something for the early adopters.
your grandfather did.
I'm sure there was something when you signed up. I'm sure they gave you an attaboy. Okay, so we don't have a slide for the bucket fills, but I wanted to bucket fill all of you guys. Yesterday was the first time that since I've been doing the role that 100% of you guys were compliant and got paid. So that was a big one for me. I was talking with the leaders yesterday that it was just really good to see that, to walk into that yesterday morning and zoom, and everybody, I think the checks were out by 1 o'clock. I think we put them out by about 1:15 yesterday.
She told me and I just stared at her like I was like, everybody what? She's like, everybody was compliant. I'm like,
so It was a great Monday.
All four of them.
So that was my bucket fill to all of you guys. Does anybody else in the room have a bucket fill for somebody? Kim is back.
Yay!
Woo.
Yay!
Anybody?
Anything nice to say?
Does everybody know what a bucket fill is?
I would like to say something.
I have a bucket fill.
Bill Estes. And I just want to say, I have something good to say. I was at the oncologist this morning with my sister and her tumors have shrank.
Somebody who started to talk.
Is there anybody on Zoom that has a bucket fill?
I have a bucket fill.
Light them up.
This is Victoria. I just want to thank Daniel for being such an amazing part of our market center. He has helped me so many times and he's just absolutely 100% on board. And I just want to thank him so much for everything he does.
Any words to follow that up, Daniel? Daniel is my proudest and first hire that I personally hired so far. So it sounds like we picked a good one. People love Daniel.
Geek Squad for about a decade.
She's been staring at you. She's like, it's Best Buy. You fixed all 13 of my computers the last 10 years.
About once a month, I go over there.
I had, oh, 100%. It's kind of an ongoing joke. Like you'll hear me, my office door stays open 90. You need to announce yourself when you walk up here. She got about, I'm offended. But like I'll scream Daniel's name like 3 times a day really loud. And he just shows up at my door and he's like, what? I'm like, I don't know, fix it. And he's like, and then I don't know what he does, but he's a genius. What's next? Anybody else bucket fills? Zoom in here? Nobody? No, going once, going twice. Last chance to say something nice. All right, cool. Oh, Daniel, you're up.
You mind hitting the right arrow a couple times? Actually, I can just bring it on. You want me to bring it on?
No, I got
You can right there. All right, so there's been a little confusion and with referrals being submitted into command. So I just wanted to briefly go over how to do that. Now, I do want to point out every slide I have a barcode up. It's the same slide. If you want the whole article, the video link and how to do it as a team, just at some point, get with me. I'll put this slide back up after the meeting. Just scan this with your phone and it'll take you to all that information. For the sake of this meeting, we're just going to do how to do it as an individual if you need to put a referral in command. So go into your opportunity in command as you normally would. Go ahead. Put in the details of offers and commissions as normal and click the new offer. Click accept and select manage commission. Select edit agent payment. Click add item at the very bottom. Select outside referral. This is where people are getting thrown off a little bit. And there are other options as well. But again, for this slide, we're going to be doing the outside referral. And then just fill out the form accordingly. It's pretty self-explanatory as you go through that one. Save changes and submit it. That gets it all into the system. And actually, I forgot to tell you as well, we will have this up on YouTube in a couple hours. So you can just pull it up on YouTube as well. If you need that barcode, and then that actually switches over. So now to go into more detail on the not boring command side. Here you go, Teresa.
All right. Thanks, Daniel. Okay, so Daniel was talking about the outgoing referral. And so at the request of leadership and the MCA department, what we've done is added a opportunity. You can actually create an opportunity now strictly for outgoing referrals for listings and outgoing referrals for buyers. Here we go. So if you go into Command, create an opportunity as you would any other transaction. But when you get to this section, and you'll see here, where you select under where you select under residential, there is now a section, an option for outgoing referral listing. So if you are referring a seller out to someone, you now can create an opportunity for it. Make sense, everybody? Okie dokie. Now, what I will tell you, when you do that, it's going to have some required items. It's going to be the W-9. It's going to be a copy of the referral agreement. You're going to need a copy of the incoming check, which Mary will upload. The MCA department will do that. And it's one other thing. Oh, Tiffany, if you're there, help me. It's 4 things that's required. I can't think of the last one. Yes, you can go back and change it. Once you find out, you know, or when it's a listing, when you have the address, you name it as you would any other transaction. DA, thank you very much. So the 4 things will be referral agreement, W-9, DA, copy of the incoming check. All right, same thing for buyer. If you're referring a buyer out, there's now an option for an opportunity, outgoing referral for a buyer. Once you learn the address, you can go back and change the name of this opportunity to the address, which the MCA department will greatly appreciate. So you can change that same thing, same 4 items that's required. W-9 referral agreement, DA, nope, it will not be an incoming check, so that's not there, okay? All right, and switching gears here a little bit, I just want to let you all know we've heard you. I've heard the complaints of the agents that here, if you go into DocuSign and you want buyer offer docs, there's not much there. You can see what's there and it's not sufficient. So what I'm doing is working with DocuSign to create this to be a little bit more user-friendly with all of the forms you will need for I'm actually going to combine them. It will be buyer agency / offer docs, and it will be all of the items you will need in a general typical transaction. Okay, so whole list of things, same thing with seller listing docs. We're working with DocuSign to get that updated. Make sense? Questions? Yes, ma'am. I was thinking about that and I said, do I include land? So Tammy is saying include land, Teresa. So I'll add the land documents for you. All right, we're here for you. So we will add that. So we're working with DocuSign to make that happen. That's all I got to think. All right, thank you.
Any more questions for Teresa? Any of that real quick? Are all the new documents updated? Yep, sure are. All day today. Y'all sound like y'all left something out. Y'all good? Okay, cool. Can we continue? I was just making sure y'all didn't miss nothing. Y'all sound. All right. So next, it's my time. Next, I have the privilege to introduce an old friend of mine, not by age, but I've known her for many years, and her husband. She is absolutely killing it in our area. She's a mega agent, and I texted her a couple of days ago. I said, will you just come in? I don't really care what you talk about, as long as she's inspirational, and she's going to give you something that you can walk out of the door and immediately implement and help you grow your business. Help me welcome my friend, Amber Harbeas. Do you need something to set all your stuff on? Yeah. You got it?
Yeah. I usually have like 6 stacks. Everything else. So.
Just make sure you're talking to here, because this is how Zoom's going to hear you.
Hello, everybody. I was chuckling to myself sitting there like, okay, the roof is really falling in because I'm at a team meeting as I hear all this noise upstairs. So we have been a little bit MIA, and it's really mostly because we have our own mega agent office outside of the market center. I have an amazing team of ladies who are all here today, and I have 2 little ones at home and other busy businesses. So time is super limited for me. So I just try to do everything in priority of what my belief system is, God, family, business. And that sometimes means that Tuesday meetings at 12 o'clock don't fit into our schedule very well right now as life as we know it. So I apologize, we have not physically been here, but we have been here in spirit. So thank you, Andy, for inviting me today. Me and Andy go back probably from like when I almost moved here 14 years ago. And started in real estate. My husband had a gym at the time, and Andy and Stephen were friends from way back in the day, and both had overlapping gym relationships. So that's how we know each other. I posted on the Facebook page, what did you guys want to hear today? And then I asked my coach this morning, what should I say and what should I not say to remain positive and not scare people? And I guess the biggest thing I want to do today when we walk away is just to be super transparent. Come to you with contribution, but also come to you of, you know, I started in 08 and 09 when the market was horrible. So my first like 3 or 4 years was like 0 home sales, 4 home sales, 14 home sales, 20 home sales, which in today's world can be, you know, your first year in home sales in the market like the way it is. So I sort of wanted to talk to you about what did I do when the market was horrible, and how did I mindset wise stay plugged in to eventually thrive, but also in the meantime talk about like how you could implement that in today's market. So hopefully it can make you thrive as well. I know I had a few like fire questions I just wanted to respond to really quickly because I appreciate all those. We are going to be hosting on an ongoing basis the first Thursday of every month here in this room. The first one's August 4th from 6:30 to 9:30. Anybody that's intrigued about foreclosures, off market stuff, investors, just gaining knowledge in that aspect. And also if you want to network with other investors, other wholesalers, private lending people, we're going to be hosting like a monthly somewhat seminar. It's a branch of TRIA, which is the Triad Real Estate Investment Network out of the Triangle, is coming here to help us expand this here in Alamance County. So if that's something that intrigues you, that you want to learn more about, I could sit here and talk to you about those for days on end. I think it would just be really good for you to come. We're going to have a different topic every month. The first meeting this month, we're really just going to talk about basic Alamance County knowledge. What are the trends that we're seeing in the marketplace? Where do we feel like there's opportunity, and really just network amongst one another so wholesalers can hopefully meet investors, and maybe we can play matchmaker in this room and help everybody's businesses thrive and potentially take all the investor business here in Alamance County. So what are you guys seeing in the market right now? Okay. Anything else? More inventory? Okay. What are your buyers and sellers doing right now? Yeah. What are you doing right now? I will say the biggest thing that I've probably learned and what I really wanted to talk to you about today is your mindset, and your people are feeling your energy too. So if you're freaking out, you're going to make them freak out. If you're not confident, they're not going to be confident. If you don't know the numbers, they may know the numbers because they're exposed to so much information right now, but the information and how their perception of it may not truly be reality. So it's our job to truly become the experts, to study the market, and to really be giving our clients hyper-focused knowledge of what's really happening. And I'm here to tell you, there's no one size fits all. I mean, we have listings in Heritage Glen that before would have sold in a few days, not long ago, that we've had to be like, okay, we got to do price reductions. We have to do open houses. We have to lead generate in different ways because the market saturation in that one neighborhood's like 4 to 5 months, where if you look at that price point in the rest of Southern Alamance, it's 1 month. You know, so there's no one size fits all. I could come up here and show you stats, but it's really the house, the location, what buyers are in the marketplace, what's the buyer's agent telling the buyers when they're going to show houses. So I think in general, the key points that I sort of wanted to, and what we're trying to do if you're following us on social media is really tell people you can read every headline you want to read, but everything's different per house, per buyer, per seller. It's a totally different situation for every client. And that knowledge should be coming from you as the experts. So one question that we're asking our buyers and sellers when we first meet with them is, where are you getting your information on the current real estate market? Because you want to see what's their level of tolerance, what's their knowledge level right now, what's their reality and their perception of what's going on, and meet them where they're at and help guide them to where they want to go. And unless you don't ask that question, you really don't know where they're at. So how do you know how to get them to where they need to go if you don't know where their current mindset's at? My coach this morning before my call, I was saying to her, like, I wrote out this whole thing about mindset, and I'm only going to talk about mindset, but I know that's the last thing everybody wants to hear is mindset. But it's the true reality of my success has been my mindset in good times and in bad times. And she pointed out a thing that Gary said at the MAPS coach call yesterday. She said, mindset is really what your mind is set on. It's not always if you're thinking positive or not. What is your mind focused on, and where is it that you want to go? So that's a question I would ask each one of you. I think we live in an area where everybody tries to be all things in all aspects of real estate. But I think sometimes if you just got hyper focused on where you want your business to go, where you want to grow your business, what neighborhood do you want to grow your business in, what are you weak in, what do you need to learn more of, and hyper focus on one path and not compare your business to other people and not try to do what other people are doing and just do what you're passionate about, you're going to be a lot more successful a lot quicker, because people feel you. People feel if you're passionate about something. People feel you if you're just trying to make $1 off them. And I think Randy asked, like, what's the one thing that probably, I'm not going to say this perfectly. If you look at my KPA, my language is low, just being transparent. What's the one thing that I have done that has probably made me successful or made me more profitable? And I probably take it back to mindset. And if you've ever listened to me talk before, you've probably heard me say this, but when I started treating my business with passion and did not chase the paycheck, people felt it, and my business doubled, tripled year after year. And it's, Keller Williams can bring us all the tools that help us be successful, but if we don't implement them on a consistent basis, if we're not disciplined in using them, none of the tools are going to make you more profitable. Like, I literally get up and show up every single day of my life, 7 days a week, most of the time. I don't take many vacations. I'm not saying this for you to be pity party for me, because it's what I'm passionate about. Like, I don't have to take vacations. I feel fulfilled in my everyday life. After children, I went right back to work 7 days after having C-sections, because like, this is who I am. And this is what I love to do. And you can't make somebody have that. I've had many people on my team, you can't make somebody have this like deep drive desire in you until you figure out what's your why. And why are you doing it? And when do you figure that out? Like, all the systems just make it easy. But it's that drive inside and the willingness to get up every day and go to work and do it that totally changes everything. And there's nothing I can do or say to make anybody have that. You have to have like the self-discovery within you of what is your why? Why do you get up and do it? And tell other people, I never talk without crying, and it's gotten worse after children at a very high level. Luckily, my hormones should be stabilized by now, 3 years postpartum, but I still have moments. Thank you. So my big, deep, passionate why definitely deepened after having kids. And I became a lot less tolerant of stuff after having kids. And I think every mom would probably realize that. You put a little protective wall around your little people. And I do the same thing with my team. I have a protective wall and a culture we stick to. And as much as I love you, and sometimes things hurt if you don't fit in the culture, I cannot sacrifice my culture for profitability. And I think anytime I have made hard cultural decisions, which suck because I love the people on my team, it's only helped us all. It's only helped all of us flourish. So I think the one thing I could tell any of you, even if you don't have a team, is when you're in a time when there's pressure and challenge and stress around you, like the market we're in, you have to be very selective on who you surround yourself with. You have to be very you know, selective on where you go, what you hear, the music you listen to, the food you put in your body. You know, you have to go totally and hyper focused on like being healthy mindset, being healthy physically, being healthy spiritually. And you have to get up every day and stay prayed up and put the armor of God on you, because this is a tough market and people are going to dump stress on you. Poor Caroline called me yesterday. I was like, okay, the mother in me tells me to empower her to just do it. But my natural ability is like, I just want to fix it for you. But I'm like, I'm going to let her suffer through this and it's going to make her grow as an agent. But she had a situation with a buyer client of hers who's very difficult. And we know he's very difficult. He knows he's very difficult, and a difficult attorney and lender that all of a sudden didn't want to close the deal together. And Caroline said, we're supposed to close tomorrow and they don't want to close together. I'm like, okay, well, we got to figure this one out because we've come this far. And so anyways, Caroline messaged me this morning. She said, we're closing today with this attorney. I was like, amen. Yes. Yeah. And then, you know, but it goes back to, and I told her this yesterday, we're in difficult times, but that doesn't mean we have to make it more difficult. You know, if we get up and stay prayed up every day when difficult situations come, you live through them in a lot different of a light. And it comes back to like, what's your perception and what reality are you creating? And sometimes I think, you know, we get all this stress and emotion tied onto us and we emotionally react when our clients emotionally react. And that's never anything you want to do. You know, so I'm just putting you on high alert. We're in a high emotional time. People are, you know, just the world in general is high emotion. Everybody's very sensitive. It's stressful. It's the largest financial decision they're ever going to make of their life. And they're looking at you to be the expert to guide them, and not just the money and finance side of things or buying the real estate side of things, emotionally the side of things. So I would say that's one thing I would encourage everybody to do at a higher level. And I brought like 1 million books to share with you that have been self-healing or knowledge to me in some aspect in some time in my life. But The Miracle Morning is a book that I would tell everybody to read religiously once a year, get into the habit of doing it. I actually was doing this routine before I read The Miracle Morning, like 14 years ago. But I get up every morning, especially now since I have kids, before my kids are awake. I have my morning coffee, my morning prayer, devotional time. I read some in my book. I post happy birthday on everybody's pages, usually in the morning. It's just like a great way to get your day started. I already have my to-do list done, and that's something I do every single day of my life. You know, so I can sit up here and just like any professional athlete, you know, Michael Jordan makes basketball look easy, right? Kobe Bryant made basketball look easy. All of, you know, Tom Brady at 43 years old makes football look amazing. You know, it's easy to sit up here right now and tell you it's been easy, but it has not been easy, y'all. And it's still not easy. It's almost harder when you become successful to sustain it than it is the climb to get there. You know, the stuff I've had to do and continue to do and continue to grow, it's like every day I'm trying to learn something new. And I think if you were to talk to any professional athlete or anybody that's a high-level CEO, the moment that they stop being paranoid, that's a book I've been reading that I've honestly embraced my paranoidness, that it's a blessing that I have it. But the moment you stop being paranoid is the minute that somebody's coming after you. And it's the minute you start to lose. And I think you can see, you know, even I would say at however old Michael Jordan is, almost 60, right? I mean, he still is a paranoid person, right? He's still hungry. Even though he's not physically playing basketball, he is very much business-minded, paranoid. I'm out to achieve greatness no matter what it is I'm doing. You have to have that in you, you know, to be successful in anything that you do. I'm off on a tangent now, so I'm going to go back to my notes to keep me on track. I can tell you this. Miss Karen Ward can probably put me in my place back in the day. I was just dating my husband, and I had been in real estate like maybe 18 months, maybe not even 18 months, and had sold like 1 or 2 houses. And Karen pulled me in her office at Allen Tate, and she set me straight one day. And it just like, I do well when people are tough on me, or when they give me like good constructive criticism that like fires my ass up to like go after it even more. And that's what she did that day. And from that moment forward, I'm like, I can do this and I will do this. And I'll show people, you know, here, Loki, you don't have to be here to like have a successful business. You don't have to be in the good boys club. You don't have to know everybody. Like, you can do it if you want it bad enough. And that's like one thing I will tell you. that is probably most instrumental besides my mindset is making sure I always have a positive circle around me, but also somebody that's not a yes person. Like, I don't need to hear yes all the time. Karen's not a yes person. Mary Carol's not a yes person. Mary Carol will look at me and set me straight in a minute. And I'm like, okay, yes, ma'am. I needed to hear that today. Thank you. Because I'm not a people pleaser, but I like a challenge. And sometimes I need somebody to look at me and saying, that challenge is not for you. You don't have to fix the world. Like, I'm a fixer, you know? So what I'm trying to get at is, even though I've excelled in one aspect of real estate, growing and leading others, including yourself, is a whole nother level of development. That's a whole nother mindset. That's a whole nother skill set that I've failed miserably at over time. But in my deepest failures, have grown my most high successes. And if you can withstand the toughness of this market and never ever give up and keep going at it, like, you will be successful. You only fail when you stop. When you give up is when you fail. And I'll tell you, up until 2015, and I was making well into the six figures in real estate then, I still had multiple businesses that I showed up to and worked at. I had restaurants, we had nightclubs, you know, so I was doing well in my business and still making other sources of income. Like, don't be ashamed if you have to go get another job right now to survive. It's okay. You know, it's what you should do. Your first priority should be your family, to protect them and provide for them, or yourself if you're an individual person. You know, you have to do what you have to do, but I promise you, I will say the biggest blessing in having those businesses is I lead generated while I was there. You know, so look at it as a blessing. If you're in another business, go lead generate while you're there. Use that time most efficiently to get in front of people that you can learn from, that you can network with, that can help you grow your business. Let's see, make sure I didn't miss. I'm not supposed to ask for questions, and I'm sure I'm over my 15 minutes, but yeah, we're always hiring. You can now be a hybrid agent on our team. So I just wanted to share with you my why, just to hopefully inspire you to find a why. And then just also tell you the 4 things I feel like have probably led to my success over time. So my why is to create a life worth living that creates a financial wall around my family that no one thing could penetrate, to show my children what living a passionate life looks like, and that you can live a life and also be professional and also live a successful, passionate life as well. And when you do that, you show others what it looks like to do that too. Because I think a lot of the times in real estate, it can overtake your life, right? I mean, I've been there before too. Luckily, before I got married and had kids, like, it consumed me 24/7. It still does consume me 24/7, but I prioritize when I allow it to consume me now or not. So what do you do from here? I think the first thing is you have to believe in yourself and you have to invest in yourself. We're at a time right now that it's going to take a lot of skills to succeed. And if you haven't lived in the market prior to 2019, 2018, and this is not to sound ugly in any way, shape, or form, but we've been in a rapid fire market that you haven't learned how to generate urgency in clients, that you haven't learned how to keep sellers on the market because they want to take their house off the market because we've done 3 price reductions and we're still not selling. Like, it takes a lot more in that market than this market. So invest in yourself, you know, there's a million videos on YouTube. Get on YouTube, look at Keeping Current Matters, get on the MAPS coaching page, just Google MAPS coaching in YouTube. There's so many videos that you can learn from that will help you thrive in this business that I couldn't possibly stand up here for 5 years straight and go over every single one of them with you. Like, it's your job to believe in yourself, but it's also your job to invest in yourself. You know, you can be at the top real estate firm in all of the world, and they can be providing you all the tools, but if you don't go do it for yourself, none of the tools matter. You know, we have the best technology, but it doesn't matter if you don't use it and you don't understand it and you also don't know the market. Yeah, I like to drop bombs. I just got to figure out how to do it without crying. Protect your tribe and protect your vibe around you. I will say the one thing I live by is like protecting my vibe. I do not do well with bad energy around me. I'm also, Anthony's laughing at me back there. I don't let everybody in. And I do that because it's important to me to protect my energy. So if you're in my life, like I love you and I love your energy and I love who you are and you're valuable to me. I'm just like a high, more quantity, or excuse me, more quality, not quantity. But as I reflect back over life, it served me very well because I just, you don't realize the weight that you carry when you have negativity around you until it's released off you. And then you're like, why was I doing this? Why did I not let go? Because it distracts you from everything you need to be paying attention to. It distracts you in your home life. It distracts you with your children. It distracts you in your business. You miss opportunities on living your greatest life by not protecting the energy around you. So it's my first priority each and every day. And it's one thing I actually do like stand up for myself for is my energy. And then stay paranoid. If I could say bad words up here right now, I would say stay paranoid as F, because we are in a climate that you're only going to thrive if you stay paranoid. If you stay paranoid and get up every day and try to learn something new about the market, try to provide a new skill set to yourself, try to meet a new person, try to think somebody's out after your business, like you have to stay hungry and stay paranoid right now. And I can't make you do that. Keller Williams cannot make you do that. You have to do that for yourself. You have to get up every day and strive for greatness, strive for your big why, stay paranoid, and keep your mind set on what it is you really want to go after and what it is you really want to create, and go after it. Just because you're going after your dreams doesn't mean others can't go after their dreams. Everybody's, can be successful. Some of my closest friends are other real estate agents. It doesn't mean we're enemies. Just because one person's successful doesn't mean you can't be successful. There's many people that are no longer on my team that I still cheer for. Just because you're not in my world doesn't mean I don't want to see you thrive and be successful. And I think that's the one thing that maybe our culture here should get back to a little bit more is cheering for others. I can cheer on Anthony, I can cheer on Cindy, I can cheer on anybody in this room, to be quite honest with you, and iron sharpens iron. You all can learn from each other if you share more. I'm telling this to myself who hasn't been to a team meeting in a hot minute, but but I have protected my little tribe over here of girls that I'm trying to lead. And I have 2 toddlers right now that I'm trying to be super plugged into their life too, and that's important. So I don't want to get on any more tangents or cry anymore. And I know I'm way over 15 minutes, but thank you.
Miss Independence, like, no, I got my stuff. Don't touch my things. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all give her another hand, please. Oh. Yeah, all those books.
If anybody wants to help themselves, right? It's Miracle Morning, it's 12-week year with productivity. With Atomic Habits, everyone talks about habits, but doing something visually every day that takes your life a little bit of time.
Thank you. Thank you. Do me a favor. Just kind of turn them sideways and take a picture of them and send it to my cell phone. And I'll make sure that everybody gets it because people on Zoom couldn't hear it. All right. Pull out your phone. Oh, by the way, give me the grand prize. Yeah. If you haven't seen it yet, it came in. This is the championship belt. Keller Williams Central, Kahoot champion. Kaz is the reigning champion as we speak, but I'm taking it from him because we're getting ready to have a new winner and it might be him again. Get logged in. Pull up the website, get logged in. Don't worry about downloading the app. Cindy, we've already done this once. Get logged in. This is the most fun you can have with your clothes on. I ain't scared. Y'all getting fired up? Y'all ready? Oh. And there's, I don't care. That's the last though. So this is third place. This is second place. This is first place. So we're doing first. Everybody looking? This is first place. You get the bling for 2 weeks and that bag, second place, that bag, third place, that bag. We're putting some money up into Kahoot, so y'all better get bought in. That's the pin to log into the Kahoot. So like if you go to www.kahoot.it and then log in, type in the, you in? Redemption Day, baby. That whipping you took last week. Raise your hand if you are not logged in yet. Raise your hand if you're not logged in yet. Who is not logged in? Raise your hand if you are logged in. I'm getting ready to start. So if anybody does not want me to start, say stop. We good? Question. All right. There's some tough ones in here this time. There's some easy ones in here this time. And the first one is another personal one to me. And if you get it wrong after half of you freaking got it wrong last week, we're going to go back to firing. And I'm going to walk around with this bling because I can. Y'all ready? Everybody ready? Ready? If you don't know this, I'm going to be highly disappointed. You do. All right, go. Question 1. Pay attention. You got to be quick and right. Andy Lee's middle son's name is. Look, y'all know. Yeah, they're cussing. Hey, let me help you. It's not Chester. Just throw that out there. Hey, do y'all like the hidden trick I have in the background here? Well, that's not right. I did that on purpose. That's my oldest baby. All right, who is it? Sammy's the middle. Sammy's the crazy one. Who did y'all pick? Levi? No, God, Levi's the oldest. Levi's 4.5. Sammy's 1.5. Malachi is the baby. Chester does not exist yet. All right, next. Ooh, thank you. That means the world to me. All right, question number 2. If I have a question regarding compliance, I should ask who? Mary Holder, Darshan Ivy, Teresa Brooks, or Andy Lee? Easy questions. Easy questions. None of the above. No, I'm kidding. Did everybody answer? Everybody good? Teresa Brooks, correct. Oh, Mary. Hey, Mary, 13 people think it's you. 13 people think it's you. Get ready for more phone calls. All right, next question. Let's go. Oh, all right. Serene. She's like, I want my stuff. If Gary Keller's book Shift, he offers you how many tactics for tough times in real estate? Is it 7, 12, 11, or 9? I told y'all to read these daggone books, didn't I? I told you 2 weeks ago to read these books. Don't pull out the book. This ain't an open book test. He offers you how many tactics for tough times in real estate? The answer is 12. How many actually knew it was 12? Be honest. How many of you legit knew it was 12? So she's like, something in my spirit told me. Yeah, Karen, I get, yes, I knew she knew. All right. Did everybody get that wrong or did you also get that right? Okay, don't. Oh, finish this title phrase from the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. Work to learn before you work to win, work to maintain, work to earn, or work to quit. This is a pretty easy one. I'm gonna wear y'all out with these books. Y'all better read them. Y'all read half of them just by the cahoots. What's the answer? Somebody yell it out. Earn. Before you work to earn. Good job. That was a big one. Spreading out the lead. Who is the A train? Who is the A train? I guess there's the A train. A train's here. All right, go ahead. Here we go. There are two sets of numbers in the Millionaire Real Estate Agent is always aware of. It's goal numbers and yes, I create all these myself. I mean, technically, there's only one person in the room that could click that answer and it'd be wrong and right. And you would get no points for it. It is the actual numbers. Ooh, 35 and 1 on that one. Good job. All right, next. Keller Williams Central consists of, it's an easy one, Burlington, Mebane, Graham, Burlington, Mebane, Hillsborough, Burlington, Graham, Whitsett, Burlington, Greensboro, Mebane. Go, 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 go. Like there's 14 TVs in here, Robbie. It is Burlington, Mebane, Hillsborough. Nope, one person picked Greensboro, Mebane, one. Hey, look, this is why I'm doing some of these base level questions, because there's new people in the room and they have no idea. So now we know. All right, Shireen, hanging on. Next, go. Your market center tech trainer is go. He's literally going to cry in front of everybody if whoever gets this wrong. You're welcome. The correct answer is Daniel the Show Miller. Ah, who picked Mary? I'm getting ready to start making people raise their hands when they pick these, because I gotta know. Next, Ethiel's on fire. She is 3 in a row. She's getting these little cute icons. There are 8 goal categories of the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. The first goal category is listings, money, leads generated, or contracts written. Y'all like doing these, don't you? Get your juices flowing a little bit. The answer is leads generated. I don't know why you're yelling at me. He wrote it in the book. What are lists without leads? All right. Next, here we go. There is a common denominator with all successful real estate agents. They all master the what? Nice. The correct answer is master the mundane. Gosh, it even rhymes. Come on. Uh-oh. Closing the gap. Next, go. Here we go. In the MREA book, there are 3 key areas of your budget model. Lead with revenue, play red light, green light, and I love everybody as soon as it posts, they're like, somebody's back there like, I carry the one. What's the correct answer? Huh? Stick to the budget. Reinvest. I'm sorry, I put reinvest on there. That was tricky. Yes, it was. Hey, Ethio's reading the book. Dadgummit. I told y'all to read them. Next. In the book Shift, when Gary mentions tactic number 3, which is do more with less, he is referring to what? Money, leverage, time, or resources? Go sit in front of this TV. No. Does anybody want to yell out the answer? Leverage. Do more with less. He is referencing leverage. Any shake up in the makeup? Go ahead, girl. You knew that one too. No, she's like, I told you I've been reading. All right, here we go. Next. Gaps are closing. If you hold a real estate license, but you haven't completed your 3 post-licensing courses, you are considered a what? Taking you back to the basics. The answer is not the green one. Mommy, I'm a stockbroker now. Somebody yell it out. Provisional broker. 2 people got it wrong. Got to take y'all back to the basics. Next. True. Before showing houses, to your buyer client, you should first obtain a what? Sorry, I'm sometimes for my own amusement, I have to write one really, really stupid answer. Have you clicked any of them? I'm sorry. Like you clicked one of the really. Yeah, the keyword here is in big black bold letters. Should. Does anybody think this is up for debate? We got one mad person. Why do you think so? Why would I go through 78,000 documents if their credit score is 410 and they can't borrow money? I'm talking about, yeah. he's like, but I got an argument for the whole pass. All right, next. Uh-oh. Next, go. All right, ALC stands for. I know some of those are tricky. I'm sorry. It's right, but it's supposed to be with a C, not an S. I don't. I've missed one letter in. Yeah, no kidding. I called out by 80 people for one letter. I missed one letter in 2 Kahoots. One letter. Einstein talked about this. He was like, everybody's always going to see the bad. I was hoping y'all got it wrong for being ugly to me. Do what? All right, next one. Here we go. When you sponsor another agent into Keller Williams, you have the ability to earn. Ooh, red. If you're like really fast, red might have tricked you because you saw the word. You might bet you clicked it. Somebody did. Somebody did it. I sucked somebody in with that one. The answer is not a job. This thing is so heavy and obnoxious. Good job. See, I told you that would get somebody. Next. Okay, Danny. Who had the $50 gift card under their seat last meeting? Ooh. It was under their seat. It was under her seat. Do you remember? These are the questions I sneak in there. Like, so if you didn't come to the last meeting, it's like me going, all right. Yes, it was Chris Young. All right, running out of questions. How many have? 3 more, 4 more? Running out. Here we go. 17. Gary Keller got into real estate in what year? Oh. Anybody want to yell it out? 1979. That's funny. 79. All right. Danny, Shireen, Cece, Timbo, and A Train. All right. Last 3 questions. Gary Keller borrowed how much money to launch Keller Williams? This is a good one. This is a good one. How much money did he borrow to launch Keller Williams? In the 12 seconds we have while we're waiting, did y'all know that Keller Williams has never, ever once had a non-profitable year? Not one single time. Never. The answer is $44,000. Next. Last 2 questions. All right. Which year was Keller Williams not profitable? I'm trying to help because y'all be looking around struggling with these questions. I could have sworn he just said something about this. Look, there's people that still hadn't clicked. This is what I'm talking about. We got to pay attention. Those people left. They're in their car. Yay! Everybody that picked one got it right. All right, last question. Here it is. All the marbles. Gary Keller defines leadership as that which happened that wouldn't have happened. I love this question. This is my favorite question in the whole Kahoot. So the final leaderboard podium will be announced next. And when you see your name and I announce you, please come up here and claim your prize. Please open it in front of everybody. It's not embarrassing, I promise. Without you. Love that question. All right, let's check it out. 3rd place, Shireen. Yay. Second place, Danny, yay. And first place, the A Train. All right, this is, you see how fired up people get to put that thing on? First place, second place, third place. Please open your things. It's very simple, very simple. May or may not be something in it. Golly, pay attention. All right, we got first look. They're even big, middle, and little. There's first, second, and third place Yetis. They have gift cards and stickers and all kinds of stuff in it. Hey, thank you guys for coming to team meeting. We will see you on August 2nd. I think it was August 2nd. Thank you guys.